the bravery to talk during the impasse. Everybody was quiet.
So for our own benefit, can you explain to us what situation you are referring to? What kind of situation were senior officers at the police faced with at that time?
Instructions they follow.
During these days, you only follow instructions. Whether you like it or not, you have to follow those instructions. If you don't do that, you know what will happen to you. We all, everybody here, even the commissioners, but nobody talks.
And what were people afraid of? What was the fear? What would happen if you either disobeyed orders or didn't do what was expected?
Well, I think you yourself should know what was happening. Even if you don't know, you might hear it from people.
Well, because I can't testify and you're the one sitting there, you'd have to give us some example. Particularly within the context of the security sector.
Executive orders
when executive orders come, you cannot violate it. Unless you leave the country and go out. You will not deny those orders and stay in the country and get your freedom.
What are some of the things that would happen if you denied an order and stayed in the country?
Whatever you can think of will be able to happen to you.
Maybe is it a hook on another side, me along a man fell long.
Maybe they will create a problem or hook you on another side where you don't know anything. Because he has all the powers in his hand. If he sit down and say anything over the television, everybody will believe him.
Maybe 40 to 50%
Maybe 40 to 50% will believe him. You, the person, the powerless person, you will suffer. We've all seen that in this country.
When you say he has all the powers, who are you referring to?
The former President Yahya Jammeh.
The former President Yahya Jammeh.
You said if you didn't obey an order, you would, they would cause problems for you on another side. Can you give us some examples?
Example, the Fangola case.
The example is my own case. Well, everybody has heard about that in this country. But me, I always tell him the truth. But he sees that as I am challenging him. I'm not praising myself. People are living in this country. Who are aware of these things. Some of them are big men, and I sometimes talk to them and tell them, don't do this, leave this, don't do it.
Are you referring to your own victimization that happened after the witch hunt? Is that correct?
That's not the only thing I'm talking about.
Give us an example and then we'll talk about the witch hunt incident.
Advice.
If you advise the big man,
that's the former President Yahya Jammeh.
The former President Yahya Jammeh.
Akajele in another way.
He sees it in another way.
Ko ika challenge.
He takes it as a challenge from you.
Oh, you know more than him. Akaole foi.
Well, he will tell you that, oh, you know more than me.
That was an example.
I'll give you a little example.
There was an officer.
There was an officer. He said that man took his money.
So, akonga matter investigate.
He said, let's investigate that matter.
I telephone call personally in Tataji.
He called me personally and I went there. When I arrived there, I found Sol Badgie sitting down in the office there. I told him, the big man said, let me come and let's look into the affairs of this man. But what I see in this matter, let's go to him and plead to him to forgive.
Because more men by the ex-security officer asiatally.
Because the people who were dismissed from their job, ex-security officers, they are too much.
And the security train la pareya by abesirim banko kawanyama nkai amankoi.
And you cannot train security people, then later on dismiss them and allow them to sit down in the country like that. It's not safe.
Nkai ko kurodi mola la molso kodola more than any accusement.
He gave money to people which is far more than the amount that he is accusing this man of stealing. We agreed, myself, Umpa Mendi,
Bombarde
Kausu Kamara,
then Alaji Sise Fanai, the former chief of protocol.
Then I told them to talk to the former chief of protocol also, Alaji Sise. Then we agreed and we all went to the big man. When we arrived there, Alaji told him that IG wants to talk to you. And this is a problem whereby we all agreed on it. He asked me what has happened.
To plead to you.
I told him that we are here to come and plead to you
particular senior officer
so that you will forgive this particular senior officer. I told him the amount of money that you have given to people is more than the amount that this man embezzled.
And it advice.
And you yourself used to tell us when we see somebody doing something, we should advise him. He took out his white hat from his head and put it down.
Would not come atinano fire and got away free with it.
He told us that even his mother, Asombi Bojang, will not come and tell him such things and get away scot-free with it.
I often tell him.
He told me that.
Alaji Beloring.
Alaji was there.
Umpa Beloring.
Umpa was there.
Bombarde Beloring.
Bombarde was there.
Sol Badgie Mansonkata.
Sol Badgie also didn't go away. He asked me my reason. I told him, well, my reason is here to tell you to forgive this man. I told him, if you are a leader, you have to forgive.
A wild
he became wild. He said a lot of things there which I cannot repeat here. No, that's not possible.
Now.
He told me now. I will release Jibril and I will take you yourself to the prison. By that time, his junglers were downstairs. What I know.
If you accept salam, if you don't accept salam,
he asked me now, what is it? I said, well, I to plead and appeal to you. If you accept it, okay. If you don't accept it, okay. Conducted me there and UIG and told me, take Jibril to the prison.
Jibril was Jibril Imala statement, huh?
They didn't take Jibril's statement.
Court?
They never took him to court. He said, let me take Jibril to court by force, to the prison.
And you did so, is that right?
Man choice of somebody
will be the worst.
Jita wole nyama.
How I came down,
Nga Jibril dundi moto kono nteni job
over.
Womata on by investigate kang.
The matter was on, and we were still investigating.
Ako kan singolo.
He said again that I was trying to put the case on the. He called a big man who lives in the Gambia here. If you want, I will not mention his name, but he's a big man. He told me to call that person. I'm appealing to you so that I will not mention his name. But if you still want, I can mention his name.
Well, first tell us what the circumstances were, and then you'd either mention it out loud or write it on a piece of paper.
Follow from you.
But before that, can you tell us Jibril's last name?
Jibril Bojang, he was a brigadier general at State House.
Jibril Bojang was a brigadier general at State House.
So please continue telling us what happened when he called this person.
Berayo Alpha Kili.
When he called that big man,
Ako Alpha yente won.
He told that big man to warn me.
Ne wonte nine te muta.
If not, if he lays hands on me, it will be very serious. That's what he told me. But when he called me, he told me that if I lay hands on you, you will regret why you were ever born in this country.
Mr. Badgie, I believe you can mention his name, so please do so.
Okay. Amadou Sambati.
That's Amadou Samba. I went to his mother that night. I complained to the old woman. I told him, your son belittled my parents. And this work, there is a procedure. But if you advise him, he will tell you that, do you know better than me? Amadou called me and I went to his home at Fajara.
That day, from 1 o'clock up to 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning.
I was there from 1 o'clock up to 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning.
Ning Amadou be tamakala korra kono Amadou be pikale kadani ani Amadou be diamola Amadou be sigasabal kata fo bundato for ala korada a distance ni jamfara katala kana ni Ahmad Badgie for late at night in the morning.
I was there with Amadou. He was walking around his compound, from his gate to the backyard of his compound, talking to him, appealing to him, begging to him. Amadou was smoking, constantly, continuously smoking, appealing to him, begging him, up to the early hours of the morning.
Then Amadou Nata Fonyeko, I mean Foke, he is the president, he is the commander-in-chief. Tomorrow.
Then Amadou told me now, well, he is the president, he is the commander-in-chief.
Somanda Wultanga instructions the Nkoye Jibril Samba court as at a memfo. The matter was not properly investigated.
Then in the morning when I woke up, I told them to take Jibril to court, but the matter was not properly investigated.
Then Tata Olenyama Minister Nkayeko Ntebem Fanyola, I cannot work in these conditions.
Then that's how I went to the minister. I told the minister that I'm going to leave this job because I cannot work under these conditions.
Minister Konye Sonko Konye Usman Sonka Konye Nyene situation oti. Barnia Bule Sita, you'll have a big problem.
Usman Sonko told me that this is the situation. But if you leave the job also and sit down, matters will be more serious than this.
Nkayeko then Mbeborla lenga finti banko kam because by then visa bembulu wotumo service passport bembulu.
Then I told him that I will run away. I will rather leave the country than stay here. By that time, I was having a service passport and I had visa in this passport.
Akonye ni tata, your brother Usman, former CDS, Abenyim Banko Kang, he would end up in a big mess.
He told me when you leave, your brother, the former CDS, is in this country. He will be in a serious mess.
Akonye ko yamfu yesi.
He told me, forget this, forgive and stay.
So the Jibril Yasamba court.
So they took Jibril to court.
Ya sorong 4 years.
He was
other count Sanji Nani count do Sanji Lulu.
He was jailed, one count 4 years, the other count 5 years.
Concurrently. Keba and call.
Then the man called me, the elder.
Akonye ko magistrate Idris Ambai ni soro menna among correct.
He told me that the magistrate Idris Ambai, the way he jailed this man is not correct.
Nkayeko sa Idris Ambai yemenke wolen siloti.
I told him, sir, what Idris Ambai did, though there are discrepancies, the money has been embezzled.
But Biratata, before the magistrate, he pleaded guilty.
When he stood in front of the magistrate, he pleaded guilty.
And among court time waste and among magistrate time waste, I sentence Pendiala is the appropriate sentence.
He didn't waste the magistrate's time, he didn't waste the court's time, and the sentence that the magistrate put on him is the right way. What he wanted to do,
Idris Ambai would end up in a problem.
I stopped him because of the grace of Allah. If not, Idris Ambai himself will find himself in trouble.
I'm a high court judge.
Now he's a high court judge.
Idrissa Fangoya alone no member caring because another no phone office.
Idrissa himself knew what was happening because he came all the way to my office.
So, Mr. Badgie, thank you for that explanation. It's important for us to understand what the sentiments were at the time, especially among security officers. And you told us that this occurred while you were IGP.
Exactly.
Do you recall what year that occurred?
Jibril case was 2009.
Jibril's case was 2009, if my mind serves me well.
But 2008.
But in 2008,
2009.
Towards 2009,
and in a series of problems,
there were a series of problems between me and him, which were plenty, which were many.
And is it fair to say that as a result of those series of problems, you felt that you had to obey any orders on directives that you were given?
Keba akantebula kujao kono na manke ni incident ni mbua mindi watu ngani mendi mo ndebukaso.
Well,
Jama beje mbukake.
For him to put me in such serious matters, to commit certain crimes or wrongs, no, I don't agree to many of them, except when he started this witch hunt.
So perhaps it's a good time to talk about the witch hunt, but before that, can you tell us when you were appointed as IGP?
Yang appoint Nimanyana in the month of June 2008.
If I can remember, I think I was appointed in the month of June 2008.
So would it be fair to say that prior to that, you were Commissioner of Western Division, then you were transferred to CMC, and then you became IGP?
Commissioner of Brikama, Samba CMC, Ukolalo Enate Tombonkeke IGT. Exactly, that's what happened.
I'd like to begin with the witch hunt incident. We've received information, evidence from other witnesses that the witch hunters went to the police station, the Gambia, police station in Banjul, the headquarters. But prior to the day that they arrived there, had you received any information about the presence and activities of the witch hunters in the Gambia?
What happened was, Mbatungana appointment for a brilliant appoint.
When I was appointed,
Moduge the same DIG welang escort.
Moduge the same DIG escorted me.
Data minister ngana appointment letter soro.
I went to the minister, he gave me my appointment letter.
I should respond immediately.
That I should respond immediately.
But I did not.
But I did not, because I told them I cannot take this job. I told them what the situation I find myself in, I know. It took me 3 to 4 days before I responded to that letter.
Consultation.
I did some consultations.
In 2009, it came for the new witch hunting issue.
This 2009 witch hunting issue.
A day before in police headquarters.
The day before they came to the police headquarters,
I
had the rumors that they have gone to the military barracks.
NIA headquarters in Banjul.
They've gone to the NIA headquarters in Banjul.
No kibaro moy a day before Nantea.
I had those rumors a day before they came to the police headquarters.
Asamo.
The following day.
Prior to that, though, what other information did you hear about what they did at the barracks and at the NIA?
I heard that they point out people who they call witches. And they used to say that certain people have certain ailments in their bodies and they have to be washed to expunge those ailments from their bodies, from their system.
Apart from that, did you hear anything else about this information concerning the barracks, Army Barracks headquarters and NIA?
NIA wala Fajara Barracks.
Ngamwe niye mempwen ikemutale ke samba iko korra dole bejam baba jobla korra ni amarun supermarket ike samba world.
Well, I heard that anybody who has been pointed out, they catch you and take you to a compound which belongs to Baba Job around Maroon supermarket.
Did you hear anything about what was done to people who were taken to Baba Job's compound?
Foi kibar moyle ko konkuku min keta wo mole min samba Baba Job la korda kono ba.
Wato kono yalon tenga moy a day before na.
I had this thing a day before they came to the police headquarters.
Wato manki baroso.
But then at that time I didn't hear anything else.
Menka keje.
What happens there?
Can you begin by telling us what happened on the day that they came to the police headquarters in Banjul?
Sila commencé ya fo moli lumine nata police station auto muneketa.
Nyinata alungo aning atilola barengalon 2009 leng.
I forgot the date and the day, but I know it was in 2009.
Lung killing mbeje ngamira arabalungo leng.
One day, if I can remember properly, it was on a Wednesday.
Wotumo talantan tambita kata talantan ninkili.
At that time, it was after 10 o'clock, towards 11 o'clock.
The former president Yaya
Jammeh,
I telephone personally.
he personally called me on the telephone.
Akonye ko solo ni nyim luntangol kanale morol ibn Allah headquarters.
He told me Solo is coming with some marabouts to your headquarters.
Akonye ni nata let everybody comply. Nal nimme man comply. Nimme man comply.
He told me let everybody comply. Those who refuse to comply, let me dismiss them or let me sack them from their jobs.
In 10 minutes time.
I was in the office. In 10 minutes time.
Still sorry, focusing on the conversation between you and President Jammeh at the time. Did he tell you where these marabouts were coming from or who they were?
Amela dula fonye.
He didn't tell me where they are from. He told me that they are fullers.
And did he tell you what they were supposed to do when they arrived at the police headquarters?
Among fem fonye woto for after bring will be bantantenga solo nyininka solo nataka explain ye pareto.
He didn't tell me anything until after the whole incident. Then I questioned Solo. That's the time when Solo explained everything to me.
So the conversation that you had with Yaya Jammeh at the time, what he said was Solo was coming with the marabouts who are fuller men. He ordered that everybody should comply with them. Anyone who does not comply should be dismissed.
I only for and
yes.
I want strictly.
That's what he said. Yes, and upon that, he warned me strictly because he knew that there are certain orders which he gives me, and I don't perform those orders.
And what warning did he give you?
That your head would roll.
That your head would roll. That's the word he used.
Your head would roll. Those were his exact words.
That particular day,
that particular day, that was the word he used.
Comply with it. If you don't comply, your head would roll, and anybody who don't
That's how he told me.
And what did well, first of all, apart from that, did he say anything else during that conversation?
As he fem for Nsinyina bare ngamira nala telefono la diamo na telefono la lando aman 10-15 minutes direct soloni soldier roll with arms dundana office okono pam aning fulu.
Well, he might have said something, but this is the main discussion. And within 10 minutes, Solo arrived into my office with these Fula marabous.
When Yaya Jammeh said your head would roll, what did you understand by that?
Well, I mean,
Omuna service terminology leti.
that's a service terminology that we use.
Asikeno kuokuti, asibaino, asisorono, yemira fengo fenasi hapunira.
It can be anything. You can be sacked, you can be jailed, anything can happen to you.
So you said within 10 to 15 minutes, Solo arrived with some soldiers, with armed soldiers.
Silaiko montoro minute tang kata tani lulu drong Solo bojang fatranang ani sojarolo ani wofulolo.
Solo seltanang office ota bunda busala dunta with some soldiers kido bebulu.
Solo climbed up. He knocked the door heavily and opened the door and came inside with armed soldiers.
Ani wofulol.
Plus those Fula men.
Dolbeje, they are armed bare among uniform sort of. They are plainclothes officers.
Somewhere they are armed, but they didn't wear any uniform. They are plainclothes officers.
Then the PIU bira bunda ele ngana PIU dol fananje na corridor to ani green all.
Then when he opened the door, I saw some PIU officers standing around the corridor with the green boys.
Biringa palanteroto jibe wotumombe siga sabola.
I was smoking, but when I looked over the window, out of the window,
ngaje na main entrance kadun konoto was sealed.
I saw that the main entrance coming into the police headquarters was completely sealed.
Sojaro lebeje ininkidol.
Soldiers were standing there with guns.
Dolbe na reception la entry to because bunda fulo belesi.
Some were standing at the entrance to reception, to our reception, because these are the two doors, and those standing at the entrance of the reception also were armed. Both doors were sealed.
Biri duntanang.
When they came in,
Nko solo emuneketa akonye fo oga anyi wodolis fo oga me call that nkanale nimfulo.
I asked Solo what has happened. He told me the word he used was, "Didn't Oga tell you that I'm coming with these Fula men?"
Nkaeko fonyele.
I said, well, he told me.
Nkaeko sa lafta munela.
I asked him now, what do you want?
Then akonye nata ka dokuele kejang.
He told me that we are here to perform some work here.
So fulo nata fae fula kangoto.
Then the Fula man talked to him in Fula.
Ko solo nata interpret nya ko ngawuli ngalo.
Solo interpreted that to me, that let me get up and stand.
Then tantangol be kosila na office okono.
They were drumming in my office.
Ibe donki lala na office okono.
They were singing in my office.
Fulo nata fo ning alatema lota uniform dondi ko bondi.
I unbuttoned my uniform shirt.
I said water miro minu betantan kosila.
Those were so
office okono tani sirangol koto tablo koto.
So
miro ba.
He was holding a big mirror in his hand. He was using that mirror, pointing at it at all corners of the office, even under the chairs and the table, around the walls. The man was pointing this mirror towards every direction. After that, I was really ashamed. But I have no choice. But because we all knew what was happening, who was sitting there. I had no powers. I have to comply. Because I have to safeguard my life.
Then,
when they were ready, then they told me, they told me to go with them to the offices.
Prior to that, though, after they used the mirror and inspected your office as well as searched you,
Jandi wo kabri fan frenda ngota yite balo wiste aning ila office hoto
Did they say anything to you after they had finished that activity?
I mean for solo ngamwe 5 fula kangoto konyi man problems.
What he told Solo in Fuller, I heard that he told Solo that this man doesn't have a problem.
Akaiko ngata Solo konye ngata office dodo because Solo was interpreting with another guy because ntela fula kango man senior.
Solo, they told us to go to other offices. Solo was doing the interpretation with another guy because I cannot understand Fuller well.
For our benefit, can you clarify what Solo's last name is?
Solo Bojang.
What was his rank at the time, if you know?
Solo was a major.
Solo was a major.
And he's a citizen of Fonyi.
And a citizen of Fonyi. Even though their village.
Do you know which village he's from?
He's from Karo.
He's from Karo.
And at the time, which unit was Solo Bojang assigned to?
And Solo Benuk State House. Directly.
He was at the State House directly under Yaya Jammeh.
So essentially, he was part of the state guards, but he reported directly to Yaya Jammeh.
That's it.
You mentioned that the group of Solo Bojang and the Fuller men, they arrived with armed soldiers, those in uniform as well as plain clothes. You mentioned the green boys as well. And you also mentioned PIU officers. Aren't PIU officers under the IGP's authority?
PIU officers will be IG la Bundaloto, Maroto.
Go. I see. I agree that I was the IGP.
But PIU many alone, they were under the office of the president.
There were PIU men who were directly under the office of the president. Even before I became the IGP,
Dolbe State House,
somewhere at the State House,
Dolbe Kanilai,
somewhere at Kanilai, somewhere posted at other places. Those people, the IG has no powers to tell them anything.
Any instructions delay.
You cannot give them any instructions.
They are directed.
They are directed.
They are directly under the armpits of office of the president.
They are directly under the auspices of the president's office.
And
they have people also
many
who were heading them. They came with those people. These people are not under our domain.
Do you know the names of any of the people who were commanding those PIU officers?
PIU officers is Solo Bojang. Solo Leninata.
It is Solo Bojang. They came with Solo Bojang.
I tell him the senior manti.
He was the senior man.
And he was the operational commander at that time.
And he was the operational commander at the time.
Lead. So obviously Solo Lela Kebati at that spot.
He led them, and obviously Solo was the leader of the team at that time.
After the break, I will ask you to look at some photographs to identify whether or not the Fuller men that you talk about, the green boys, whether they're the same as the ones that we will show you in photographs after the break.
Okay.
But before that, you said this happened between 10 and 11 a.m. Had the morning parade already taken place on that day?
Mbena talo tandile la puriso na talo senyandi mafo wo fulo li kamin fatani green boy solo wolbe ona talo kono puria senyandi mafo tollo par say fo
jandi ñu ko be kala comme ya fa ñamen talantan minute tang ani minute tan ni lulle fata la office fo wato ali somanda paretale al pareta ba
ndekata parade as an IGP tene lungo damal.
I only attend the parade as the IGP only on Mondays.
Talato arabo aramiso arjumo mbukata.
I don't attend the parade on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday to Fridays. And if I can remember, these people came on a Wednesday. I didn't go to the parade that day. The Quran is here between me and Allah. I can still swear. If I had gone there, I will say here that I have gone there. I'm not afraid of anybody except Allah. I can even swear to that.
Because
because I know that this is not my soul. I will not swear by the Quran and come and tell lies here. That's not possible. I didn't reach the parade. I was in my office. And up to date, if you make enquiries,
only on Mondays.
Unless they change the system, but the IG attends parades only on Mondays.
You know, the reason why I asked you that question is because we received evidence that you attended the morning parade at 8 a.m. in the morning.
The
day before, on the Tuesday, we also received information that the witch hunters came to the police headquarters in the afternoon. Do you recall that?
Between me and Allah. On Tuesday, if I had gone to the parade, and Wednesday, may the Quran curse me. If I didn't go there, the peer person who called me said that I went there. I leave that person to Allah's judgment.
It was only the call that the president called. Within 10-15 minutes,
These people never came to me. The president called me, and after the president's call, 10 minutes Solo arrived with these people in my office. Why will I sit down here and tell lies? I'm an elderly man now. That's not possible.
So you're denying that the day before the witch hunters came to the police station, police headquarters?
Police headquarters.
And also that Wednesday morning, you did not attend the 8 a.m. morning parade. Is that right?
8 a.m. parade nyal kaminke imamabi.
Council. These full men. I don't know them.
Ya Jamili nte call.
Yeah, Jame called me.
10 minutes
the day they came, after the call, it was only 10 minutes.
A day before.
Oh, I have nothing to hide. Even if they came the day before, there's nothing for me to hide. I swore by this Quran. Nobody said I gave them something. Why should I hide anything? I think what happened to me, we will come to that later. That's more painful than what happened to others. What I saw. If I am somebody else, I will say a lot of things. Even things that he didn't do for me. But I swore by the Al-Quran. And whatever I say, that's how it was.
So after they came to your office, they searched your office, they inspected you and said you are clean. You said they asked you to follow them to other offices. But prior to that, did you ask anyone else to join you and follow this group?
Bari jandi wo foy fana e mo bulale pour ay bulal noma wala bulangi ka fo kono.
Yes.
Menketa birinteni be nyola konoto for about 10 minutes.
What happened when I was dealing with them in my office for 10 minutes?
Bunda be elerin na bunda be elerin.
My door was wide open.
Menkata administrative office nyembedame.
The way towards the administrative office.
Then wuri tawle nyama nko Kenye na.
That's how I got up and I called Ken.
Ken was then Malon for Superintendent Lembang.
Ken was, I cannot remember. I don't know whether he was a superintendent, but I forgot his rank.
Anata, Ken Fangomalo membe kerino.
He came. Ken even himself didn't know what was going on.
Ken kaitota animpeno.
Then I told Ken, take a pen and paper.
Ngabulanyu noma, ye momo identify.
Let's follow these people, and anyone that they identify,
ya mari to safe.
You write his name down.
Because Kebako insilistonyin kia ifana.
Because the big man said we should send the list to him.
Ninko iko Keba, I'm referring always to Yaya Jammeh, the former president.
When I say the Keba or the big man, I'm referring to Yaya Jammeh, the former president.
Kenny kaito taole nyama animpeno.
That's how Ken took a pen and paper.
Mbulate noma.
We followed them.
The reason why Mbulate noma nte personally.
The reason why I followed them personally for me.
Ntele nundi IGPT. I was in charge of the police headquarters.
I was the IGP and I was the man in charge of the police headquarters.
Anun kebadi amutantele.
And the big man spoke to me.
Anun katanyu numa nadimbale.
And the people we are going to visit, they are part of my family.
Wala nangata ngajibe ibe mumu to safela or ibe fengo fenkela.
That's why I said let me follow them. Whatever happens, whoever they decided to point, we are going to write so that I will know for tomorrow. That was my reason to follow these people.
Because
they are all under me. If they were not under my responsibility, I wouldn't have gone there.
Walatina mbulate noma fulolbe nyato solona la timo be abi itolbe fulol noma kam fulol dewe menka tantan ko si mofula.
They were going the fullers were in front, Solo and his team were following the fullers. We were following Solo and his team. The fuller team and the guys in front, two people were beating drums. Two people were beating drums. Two people were having mirrors and they were holding horns. I think they were either 6 or 7. They were members of this team. Then behind us,
armed men sort of with AK-47, 2 or 3 of them.
Armed men with AK-47 rifles followed us, 2 or 3 of them.
So,
then I left them. Which office they enter, I will just stand at the door of the office and look at them.
Because the exact figure for
I cannot say the exact figure because I swore by the Quran.
Point office all but
some were appointed in the offices, but that was not much.
So inata for ngaji imandung office all betonat.
They didn't enter all the offices, but now they said let's go down. Then we came downstairs.
Inata for ko ngamolkili.
They said let me call the people to come.
And go RSM molkili. Ndefango be duma already.
That's the time I told the RSM to call the men to come, but myself, I was downstairs by then.
I believe this would probably be a good time to stop, considering the time. But just before that, I have 2 discrete questions, and then we'll continue after the break. Can you tell us what Ken's last name is?
Ken, akonto fesa fono molieba.
Or let me put it differently. Has he? Okay.
I think it's Mendy.
If I can remember properly, it's Mendy. He's a Manjaro.
And the Fullermen, do you recall how many of them were there that day?
Fula kewol. Haklo bulata itul mojelle beji wolongo.
Amira woro o worola o kabululu kata worola. Because kol kata nyameng ni manta ni hachilola. It be confused.
Well, I think they were either 5 or confused because of this situation. What we don't know, what we have never seen, just comes to happen suddenly like that.
And just lastly, the name of the RSM who you asked to call the parade.
RSM to yemin kuma nampura kewol ning tembendi duma.
RSM Koli.
RSM Koli.
First name?
Abdul Koli.
Abdul Koli, if I can remember properly, is Abdul Koli.
Thank you very much, Mr. Badgie. I will hand over to Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Badgie.
And then we will resume after the break. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Badgie. We will take a 30-minute break, come back at 12:05. Meeting is adjourned.
11:05.